I'm Michael Feldman, and right now we're sitting in the surgical neurology branch of the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. So right now I'm looking at two types of cancer, actually. One of them is called medulloblastoma. It's a type of brain cancer that is pretty common in children, actually, and it actually has a very bad outcome a lot of the time. So the other type of cancer I'm looking at is something called von Hippel-Lindau disease. It's a genetic disease, and what you get with this is you get a lot of very bloody tumors in the lower part of the brainstem and the cerebellum, and we're just looking at ways to better combat these cancers. So the Medical Research Scholars Program is targeted at medical students after second, third, or fourth year of medical school who are interested in some type of clinical or translational research. The idea being they want to take these medical students and kind of give them the tools to run their own laboratory someday, or kind of be at the vanguard of clinical research, translational research. I mean, it's an honor to be selected for this program, and it's just, you're with 40 of the brightest medical students in the country. Everyone has this incredible interest in research. We're all driven, we're all smart. We're making these contacts I'm going to have for the rest of my life of people who are just going to be the most powerful researchers in the country. It's an amazing opportunity. So my dad actually works at the NIH. He is an immunologist and tried to talk me out of doing science and medicine for as long as I can remember. But I just had these memories of going to his lab and stealing test tubes and pipettes and pretending I was a doctor and running around and giving my dog shots and just pretending I was doing things. Actually wasn't a very good student in high school. Didn't really want to do anything science related. Ended up being a history major in college, but also did some cognitive science and did all the pre-med requirements, did a little bit of research along the way, and kind of by, I don't know, luck ended up here. So I do a lot of cell culture, which means we've taken some tumor cells out of someone with medulloblastoma, and I actually play with these tumor cells, essentially. I treat them with drug, I do experiments on them, I basically break them down and pull out proteins and DNA and RNA from them to help me understand kind of what makes these tumors grow. What is special about these tumors that we can target and treat? And the other interesting thing I think we do is we have neurosurgeons across the hallway from us. We get tumors that they take out of patients and take these tumors apart. We cut them up, we break them down, and we subject these to similar tests like we would with the medulloblastomas. And we're able to study the growth patterns, the resistance patterns, the chemotherapeutic sensitivities of these tumors. So right now, with the medulloblastoma work, I'm creating a cell line that actually mimics the second time the cancer comes back after we've treated it the first time. And I'm looking at what the differences are between the first time the cancer occurs and the second time after we've treated it, and ways that we can better target that with more specific drugs or chemotherapies. And with the other cancer, we're doing two things. We're looking at what makes them grow. What is it about these tumors that divides the growing tumors from the non-growing tumors. And then we're looking at ways to treat these that don't involve surgery so we can spare the horrible outcomes of brain damage that people get sometimes during surgery for the von Hippel-Lindau tumors. So I mean, like all research, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen 15 years in the future. My hope is that someone along the way will be able to take what we've done and find new ways to better treat both medulloblastoma to keep it from recurring, and if it recurs, to better treat it so that these kids are able to live 60, 70 years more than we can give them now. And with von Hippel-Lindau disease, I hope that we can better understand what makes these tumors proliferate, what's different between the growing and non-growing tumors, and how we can target that. And also, hopefully we can find a way to spare these basically young adults and children the repetitive surgeries that they're currently subjected to. So I hope that we can actually make this translational research into true clinical outcomes, which I think is what everyone's goal is. I'm at the best place for science in the world. It's just, I can do whatever I want. If I have a question, I don't have to go and write a grant for it or ask for permission. I just study it, and if something's interesting, I take it to my boss, and he goes, okay, just keep going on that. The smartest people in the world work here, and they're giving talks, and they're more than happy to talk to you about what they do. I think I've emailed people and just been like, hey, I think your research is interesting, can we talk? And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, come talk to me. I'm free in 20 minutes, and we can talk for an hour. And they'll just tell me everything they've ever learned about their research and help me with my research as much as they can, which I've never seen that at any other institution I've been at. It's amazing how willing people are to help you and how beneficial it is just to have people kind of guiding you along the way and helping with your scientific journey.